Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrestle Sector. This is the reaction to WWE's debut on Netflix, Monday Night Raw. We're going to run through what happened, how it went down, any news and things. Got some notes, helped me keep track of everything. Overall, I wouldn't say off the bat, such a good show. It was a very, very good show. It was very entertaining. Um, we'll get to it. So starting things off, The Rock is here. Um, Not final boss Rock, I will add. It certainly appears to be Dwayne Johnson board member Rock because he comes in with thanks the Netflix staff in attendance, acknowledges Cody Rhodes, acknowledges Roman Reigns, and is doing all that stick. And then we get the tribal combat match, which I genuinely thought had to be the main event, but I was wrong. It was not the main event. Great match, very fun match. It had your stereotypical bloodline tropes from either side. Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu running in, attacking Roman. Super kick and a moonsault and the spinning execution that Fatu does, and then a spike to Roman, which Roman kicked out of. We then got Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn running down, clearing house, then hitting a super kick and a haluva kick, and a spear on Solo Sikoa, and Solo Sikoa kicking out. And eventually, Roman Reigns does win and is the one true tribal chief. The little fellow is placed on him by Paul Heyman. His wand's in the air. And from over his shoulder, The Rock comes walking down the aisle. No music, just comes walking down the aisle. Gets in the ring, politely, genuinely politely, asks for the Ulafala from Paul Heyman and puts it on Roman Reigns. And then they have this little face to face, which I am, as I'm sure we all are, incredibly convinced that that image of Roman on one side, The Rock on the other, Paul Heyman giving The Rock like the stink eye, is for the Mania hype package. It's got to be. I will eat my words if I'm wrong, but that just feels like something that's got to happen. We then got John Cena kicking off his farewell tour with an appearance. I'm not going to lie. When he came out and the graphic was there for the last time is now, the John Cena farewell tour, I felt a bit emotional, and I'm not a huge John Cena guy. Like um, I've liked I was like John Cena, but he's never been my guy. But as a wrestling fan, um, he has been WWE for 20 years. And he announces he will be in the Royal Rumble and he's going to win the Royal Rumble. So very excited for that. We then got a clip of The Rock in the parking lot. He's got his Terramana. He's talking to people. Sees Travis Scott, dabs him up, and then he goes, NXT's another arena in LA. See you there. So The Rock will be at NXT tomorrow night. We then got Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, in which Rhea Ripley defeats Liv Morgan and becomes Women's World Champion once again. Great match. Judgment Day is the best way, I think, to describe it. Raquel and Dom were at ringside. You can imagine the interferences in there. We got a replay essentially of the Oblivion onto the chair, which won Liv Morgan the title. I apologize if I'm not as energetic. It's 4 a.m. here. literally Raw has just this second, like 5 minutes ago, finished. So yeah, bear with me. After the match, Rhea is celebrating and Dom is trying to sneak up behind her. She then turns around and sees him and he goes for a hug and she kicks him right in his Mysterios and then hits him with a riptide. We then got a snippet of Kathy Kelly, I believe it was, going to talk to Adam Pearce, and then the American maid came and Chad Gable said he wants to fight a lucha to prove that he doesn't hit luchadors. Fair enough. And Adam Pearce said, I think I've got one in mind. So I think that's heavily hinting at Penta. I'm sure that's not breaking news to anyone who watched it. But I also wouldn't be surprised for Gable to make his entrance, there to be a little bit of silence and rumbling, and then Rey Mysterio's music to hit, and Rey face Chad Gable, probably win, and then Gable and the Creeds start beating on Rey, and that's when Penta appears. I wouldn't be surprised. Or we could just straight up get Penta. Either way, Zero Miedo in WWE is absolutely unreal. Oh, we also got as Rhea was at the top of the ramp, the gong. The Undertaker arrives to Kid Rock's American Badass theme, comes out on the motorbike, does a lap around the ring. Him and Rhea do the back to the camera, fists up, little high five. Beautiful little appearance to, celebrate Raw on Netflix. The main event of the very first Raw against Damien Demento. So all swings and roundabouts. Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre, very good match. Towards the back end of the match, Drew was all over Jey to the point where Jey couldn't stand. Drew was setting up the Claymore. Jey Uso slowly trying to get up, gets to his knees. Drew runs and hits the Claymore. Jey drops, rolls him up, steals a win. We then got it cut to Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman saying, we need to make a big press thing, big announcement. You're the tribal chief. When do you want to do it? Roman Reigns says January 27th, and then they walk into a locker room, and when the locker room door closes, it says WWE 2K25 on there. So I would imagine that January 27th, we're probably going to get the cover star announcement, and it's probably going to be Roman Reigns, which is absolutely fine by me. Or maybe it's even a trailer. I don't know. All I know is when the game comes out, I'll be buying it. Right, there we go. We then get another surprise when the music of Hulk Hogan hits and is nothing but booed out of the fucking building. Really funny visual though, because Hulk Hogan's standing there doing his thing, all that shite. The boos are raining in, and Jimmy Hart is behind him, just waving the flag like nothing's happening. Like he's at WrestleMania 3, just loving life. Everything Hogan said got huge boos. Hogan even dropped names like Randy Savage and Andre the Giant, and still got nothing but boos. Hilarious that he was there to try and promote his Real American beer, which that's not going to be a good advert for that. Hogan can also barely walk, which is just despite what you think of Hogan for his political views or views on other skin colors, allegedly, not really allegedly, you know what I mean? It's still rough to see like a wrestling icon because again, take away who Terry Bollea is, Hulk Hogan himself has done a lot for the business, like as Hulk Hogan. So it's always sad to see that. It's kind of like when when I saw clips of Ric Flair's last match, I was like, oh, that's sad. We got the lineup for next week's Raw, which we have Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria in the final of the Intercontinental Tournament. Love that. Honestly, I love that it's those two. I would be so happy for either of those to win it. I think I'm leaning more towards Dakota Kai because she's been around longer, but either one of them is honestly fine by me. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Love it. Love Sheamus. Really enjoy Ludwig's stuff, so that's going to be fun. We've got the Chad Gable versus the Not So Mystery Luchador, which, like I say, will either be Penta or someone else in the Impedimix. If it's got to be. That's how I'm doing it. And Damian Priest versus Finn Balor in a street fight, which I'm assuming will be the main event. And then the main event of the evening, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in a incredible match. Very, very good match. Punk got the win, but it genuinely could have gone either way based purely on how the match went. It was very, very good. CM Punk's first Raw match since 2011, which is crazy when you think about that. Obviously, I know, he was gone for a decade, but yeah, very, very fun. Certainly worth a watch. I think best match of the night in terms of wrestling, absolutely. Possible contender for match of the year already. Obviously, there's still 11 and a half months, 11 3/4 months left for that to be taken. But I wouldn't be shocked, is what I'm saying, is if when we do the WrestleSector end of year awards at the very, very end of the year, I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the nominees, is what I'm saying. All in all, it's a very good show. Couple of problems with audio. For example, Michael Cole cut out a couple of times, but not enough for it to be annoying. It still does. It's I can only speak for us in the UK. It still does a thing where it fades, where it would go to a commercial, but it comes back literally 2 seconds later and carrying on. So I'm assuming that's for maybe American Netflix has adverts. I'm not sure. But other than that, that was fine. 17,000 in the arena was incredible. Travis Scott made an appearance with Jey Uso. I also want to mention Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on commentary was again unbelievable. Them two stood on the table yeeting, incredible. Pat McAfee saying he's going to yeet over Michael Cole, and Michael Cole asking him not to because this is his only clean suit. Love that. Pat McAfee calling Dirty Dom a bitch. Funny. Love it. It was just a very, very good show. And if this is the benchmark for WWE from now on, then we're all in for a very, very lovely ride. I've been Connor from WrestleSector. This has been Monday Night Raw, Netflix debut reactions, and we'll see you next time.